Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Yukio Data, the social scientist. In this channel, we discuss social issues that affect us socially, social issues like marriage, relationship, health, amongst other issues that affect us socially. Now, I want to welcome you in a very special way. If you are watching this video for the first time and you have not subscribed, or you have been watching the previous videos but you have not subscribed to the channel, I'm urging you, subscribe, so that anytime that I upload a new video, you may be notified as soon as the video is out. Welcome to part 2 of pedophilia. In part 1, we introduced what pedophilia is, what are some of the things to do with pedophilia, and most importantly, what we need to note is that pedophilia is a psychosexual perversion that can be treated. It is a psychosexual perversion that can be treated. That is how we concluded in part 1, and I'm still repeating that it can be treated. Now, for this video, I want to talk to the parents who are watching, or parents to be for that matter. You are either a parent or you are a parent to be. So I want to talk to either a parent or a parent to be. It is important to note the behavior of your child towards each and every relative, friend, or family. I'm repeating that part. It is important to note the behavior of your child towards your relatives, your friends, and even a family, a close family. Why am I saying so? It is because there are children in two ways. The child can be influenced negatively by that relative of yours, that family friend, that person that is a pedophile, and you have welcomed in your family. So, if the child is not the type that can talk, the child will be suffering, and through that suffering, the worst will be if the child has been sexually molested. That will be the worst case scenario. Maybe the aspect of removing the clothes and just looking at the child sexually, those may be, as much as they are bad, but they may be lighter compared to the defilement itself. So, as a parent, I repeat, look at the behavior of your child towards a given relative. If you notice that the child's response to one of the relatives is not good, please do not force just that child to love that relative or that friend or whoever that person is. If the child is adamant towards a specific person, please don't force that child, because you have no idea what that bad child has passed through in the hands of that particular person, especially if the person has been to the house or you have been with the person somewhere and you've noticed that the child is not comfortable with that particular person. Please, I urge you, take care. On the other side also, I know this may not sound well, but it is the fact. Let the child also not get too used to your relatives, especially a male one, in some instances. That's why I'm saying it's a bit weird, because maybe the child has been introduced to the act, and now, because the child is also, let me call it, already, do I say that the child is also addicted or something like that? But because the child is now used to the touch and feels nice when touched and all the other things, now the child will tend to be leaning towards that person too close, that is giving him opportunity to do whatever things that he or she wants to do. So, before you rush to say that this child loves so and so, be very keen on their relationship. Be very, very keen on their relationship. And lastly, as a parent, there are some 3 things that I want to remind you. 1, please take time with your child and tell him or her places that a person other than specific people should not touch. I know that it may look lighter, but it is not. Talk to that child and tell the child the places that is a no-go zone for any other person to touch except specific people. Where specific people may be the caretaker when bathing the child, and only that. And also, to reach a certain level, there must be the level where the touch should end, and you must master where possible as a parent. There are places, I know in one of the videos that will come later on when we'll be talking about hygiene, how to do the cleaning of the child's private areas or the reproductive area, the cleaning of the female and the males. When we reach there, we will talk about it. But as at now, there are restrictions as to where the child can be touched. So as a parent, tell the child the areas that should not be touched by any other person. This will help you as a parent to give direction as to where should not and where should be touched. This will help you even as a parent, so that in case of anything, you will have a will, or you will know what can be done, when it can be done, and how it can be done. Therefore, as a parent, take good care of that. Number 2, introduce each and every person by name. If you are introducing anybody to that child, introduce that person by name. If he's called Peter, introduce him as Peter who, whichever the name, whether Peter Odida, Peter who, whichever the name, introduce that person to the child by name. This aspect of using uncles, uncle, auntie, salimia uncle, salimia auntie, achana nayo. Talk about great Uncle Peter, great Auntie Susan. Give specific names. Leave alone the aspect of auntie and leave it there. Call that person by name. And lastly, be ready to listen to your child. Most of us parents are missing there. We don't have time to talk to our children. A child may have something that he wants to tell you, but he cannot. Why? Because you are too harsh. You don't want to listen to him or her. Yet there is a pressing matter that he or she feels that I need to tell mom, I need to tell dad. But the parent is too harsh. Please, parents, be friends to your child, that in case he or she realizes that there is a problem, they can easily approach you and tell you. Thank you for watching this video. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bye-bye.